I think that's the main thing here. This is a serious investigation into hallucinatory inducement consciousness. And it's not an investigation for party time. So I think people say, why are you looking at this? You can tell them that reason. This is guys, these people are serious. And they're not trying to have fun. And they're trying to investigate the thing. So I'm happy that he did this because it is interesting to see what he discovered, if in fact we did. All right, so we're in 2. We're in later that summer. He comes to this house. 5 Indians were sitting on a porch. He's still in Arizona. It's a Friday night. Don Juan signals him to follow. There's an old pickup truck there. And Don Juan said he had 7 mescalitos for him. I don't know what they did in the meantime between June and August. Because Don Juan said he still wanted him to be serious, right? What are 7 mescalitos? 7 of these, whatever they are, these little pods of squishy stuff that they get off of a plant somewhere. We're going to end this whole thing by going on a search for these things. I think that's the actual high point of this presentation, by the way. And that's as far as you really need to read. How many got that far? It's pretty interesting, isn't it, the search in the night? You know? So that's good. I see you've been actually getting along, so you know about search, and probably don't even have to do the detail I'm doing here. But anyway, just for fun, let's go over it together. It doesn't hurt. So, don't you have any for yourself? I do, but I couldn't offer them to you. You see, someone else has to do this. Why? Because you are not agreeable to him, and he won't like you, and then you will never be able to know him with affection, as one should, and our friendship will be broken. Well, why wouldn't he like me? Well, I can understand why he wouldn't like him. I've never done anything to him. It's not a matter of that. You don't have to do anything if you like or dislike. You know, it's like, I used to look at Kerry, the guy puts me off or something. You know, it's just something I don't like. He may be a great guy and a perfectly good president, sometimes about the way he presents himself. I don't know like the other guy either, so I'm not trying to get one over the other. You must excuse me. But there's some people, you know, you just take a dislike to, or you just don't see anything to like in them. I mean, it may be me. You may feel, oh, Eisenman is someone I don't like. I understand that, and vice versa. But, you know, people have something sympathetic or they don't. And it's nothing you can write down. I mean, whatever Clinton had, people liked him in some weird way. He had a certain charm, you know, that inevitably, some people probably were put off by that, but I think most people found him likable fellow, something really, Reagan was like that too, and these are people we all know, so that's why we're using them as examples. Johnson, if you remember him, Lyndon Johnson and Nixon, they weren't likable people. I mean, nobody liked them. Those are people from different parties, so we're not favoring one party over the other. Some people just are likable, and some people are not likable. Dan Rather, like, he's not someone that you really feel any warmth towards, and yet, who's that guy that does Monday Night Football, the guy that owns all the bars, the fat, you know, huh? Madden? Yeah, Madden. You know, people just like him. You know, it's not something there that you can dislike. Yet if you, Deion Sanders or somebody, it gets on your nerves, whatever your racial background is. You know, he's a big showboat, he's always, you know, dancing around or doing something stupid. So, you know, you finally end up being put off by him. I don't care what your ethnic background is. Whereas someone like Magic Johnson, you're kind of drawn to him. I think this is universal. Am I wrong there? I think there's those examples I cited are pretty obvious ones. So maybe we're being conned, but take someone like Magic Johnson. I don't think he's conning on anyone, or Michael Jordan. They're not conning. They just are like it. You're drawn to them. I'll leave Kobe out to lunch at the moment as far as the decision goes on him. Shaq I really liked. I'm really peeved that they let him go to Miami. We're all much poorer for that, I can tell you that. This town is going to be really sad come basketball season. We were lucky, man. We've been spoiled. We've had so many great personalities here to have fun with and so on, and now we got nothing. Somebody really screwed the pooch on that one, let me tell you. Okay, so that's about being likable. I think that was a good explanation of being likable. And then you'll be able to know him. So if I were Mescalito, I'd steer clear of this guy, whatever I did. So he either takes you or throws you away. No, that's good. So there's some woman here who was yelling at a dog. The room was large. One of the men suddenly got up and went in another room. He was 50s, dark, tall. He came back with a coffee jar, and there were these little things in there, 7 odd-looking items. They varied in size and constituency. I mean, there's no point in my telling you what they are. He writes it better than me. They were round, some others elongated. They felt like the pulp of walnuts or the surface of cork, brownish color. They looked like dried nutshells. These is to be chewed, Don Juan said in a whisper. This guy's getting really excited here. I'll go to the bathroom, he said. It's the author. So anyway, he talks about this toilet, of course. He's really big.